Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric, my co-host Brody, and we have just finished the month of May in our 1978 Boston Red Sox replay using Strat-o-matic Baseball 2017 version. And we thought we'd get a little, go through it a little bit and find out where we're at as compared to what the regular season was. So let's see, we're going to bring this over here actually. This has the actual stats as of June 1st. So let's check this out as compared to what the actual season was. This is the American League as of June 1st. Let's see, 37. Actually, hold on here. I'm going to go to the next date because we did actually play through June 1st. So apparently that's at the beginning of the day. Let's see. Here we go. That's right. Let's check it here. Oops. Okay. That is 0 and that ends in a 1. Nope, so it's actually before this. I was right where I was before. So I'm going to go back to June 1st. Okay, there we go. Alright. The Red Sox did not play on June 1st, but I already simmed those games, so I wasn't sure exactly where we were at. But anyway, week stats. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's check this out here. So the actual season, the Red Sox were 34-16 as of June 1st, and we are 33-17. So we are one game behind their actual pace, which is not bad. I actually thought we were ahead, but apparently we're not. We're one game behind. Milwaukee actually though is 28-18 in our replay, and they were only 23-23. So they're 5 games ahead of their pace, five more wins and 5 less losses, of course. New York Yankees, 26-21. The Yankees are 3 games behind their pace. And they were 29-18, and they're only 26-21. Cleveland, way better than their pace. Well, not way better. Actually, just one game. Place-wise, they're in 4th, but they were in 6th in the actual season. So they're actually only one game behind, one game ahead of their pace. They're one game ahead. At 22-23 instead of 21-24. Baltimore, one game behind their pace. Detroit is actually 6 games below their pace, so they're underperforming as Detroit. And Toronto is actually underperforming even their horrible 17-31 record. They're 11-37, so they're even 6 games behind their last place pace. So the Red Sox are pretty close to where they should be. Milwaukee, again, 5 games ahead, so they're surprising. Yankees, a little bit disappointing, 3 games behind, which we'll take that. So the Red Sox had a 3.5 game lead. They only have a 3-game lead here, so a little bit less of a lead too. Let's check the. Now this is where we get some real surprises here. As you can see here, Oakland was 27-20 in the actual season. And now they're only 17-30, so they're 10 games behind their pace. Pretty surprising there. Oh, actually, I didn't even need this. I could have just checked it right here. I forgot about that. I forgot that they did an actual thing, so let's just get rid of that. We don't need any extra stuff. So let's see here. Alright. So anyway, yeah, let's just compare it to the actual. I didn't really even need that. So Oakland, very disappointing. Well, that wasn't bad to see. Actually, let me bring that back up. It was still kind of cool to see as you show the different places too. So that, I think there was some use to that. Okay, yeah, we'll bring that back up. You can see what place they're in. So Oakland, totally opposites, so they're the most disappointing team so far. Kansas City, 4 games ahead of their pace, 30-15 as opposed to their actual season of 26-19. California, 3 games ahead of their pace. So they're California and Kansas City both overperforming. Texas, 1 game ahead of their pace. Minnesota is actually 5 games ahead of their pace. The West is actually, other than Oakland, well, West seems to be doing well so far. Check Chicago. Chicago, again, they're 4 games ahead of their pace. And Seattle is 4 games ahead of their pace also. So Oakland is only one. Other than Oakland, everybody else is pretty much overperforming in the American League West here. Red Sox fairly even, and everybody else other than Milwaukee over here is underperforming, I think. Yep. So the American League East is not doing as well, other than the Red Sox, who are right on schedule, and Milwaukee, of course, and Toronto, actually. No, Toronto's worse. So Boston and Milwaukee better. Well, Boston not much better. Actually, one worse. Yeah, so anyway, let me rephrase that. Milwaukee, 5 games ahead of their pace, but everybody else is pretty much underperforming in the American League East. Yeah. And everybody except for Oakland, which is really underperforming. Everybody in the West is overperforming. So that's kind of interesting. Alright, so that's it for your standings there. So as of now, let's check out some stats here, see who the league leaders are at the end of 2 months. Approximately 2 months. So the Red Sox are 20-6. We'll get rid of this for now. We don't need that anymore. Just throw you there. So the Red Sox are 20-6 at home, 13-11 on the road. Not bad. Versus lefties, they're 10-4, so excellent against lefties. Righties, not too bad either, 23-13. Extra inning games, they're 4-4. 1-run games, 7-5. In the last 10 games, they're 8-2. Left on base, team 20 ahead of their opponent. Double plays turned, about even, 2 behind. Triple plays, none for either team. Most hits, 16. Opponents, 19. Least hits, 4. So that's pretty cool too. So no team has held them to less than 4 hits. It shows you how good their offense is overall. And 2-hitter. I think that was Torres pitched, I think, a 3-hitter. That might have been Eckersley with a 2-hitter. Most runs, 13 for the Red Sox and 16 for the opponent. Total runs, they're 62 points ahead of the other team. Averaging 5.32 runs per game. So over a run ahead of their opponents. That's excellent to keep at that pace. Home runs at Boston. So the Red Sox have hit 36 home runs, and opponents have hit 23. And on the road, they're out hitting their opponents too. Well, that's pretty good. All right. So they have not been shut out yet. They have scored 1 run just twice. So definitely a very powerful offense. 2 runs 7 times, 3 runs 7 times, 4 runs is their most common, 10 times. And actually, surprisingly, they scored 10 or more 6 times, so that's really good. So really high numbers up in here. Opponents, well, mostly been held to 2 runs 9 times, 3 runs 9 times, and 6 runs 9 times. It's definitely geared more to, if you did a bar graph on this, it would be geared more towards, slanted more towards the left. Whereas the Red Sox would be still more towards the left too, but actually this is pretty high too. So let's see, it's interdivision. 7-0 against the Blue Jays, so they're beating up on the teams they should here. Again, pretty much split here. Cleveland 4-2, Detroit 5-3, and they have not played the Yankees yet, so that'll be interesting when they play them. Surprising, have not played the Yankees, and they're already in June. Okay, against the West, we have not played Oakland or Seattle yet. 4-2 against the White Sox. Only 1-3 against the Royals, so that's our Achilles heel so far. Twins 3-1 and Texas 4-2. So definitely beating up on the East and holding our own against the West. check our team stats here. So, primary. So here are the Red Sox stats here. So, I think Duffy's only had 13 at bats. He's doing well. Montgomery's only had 20 at bats. Sorry, and 11 at bats. Jim Rice leading the team as he should. 325 average. 17 homers and 46 runs batted in. Next up would be Remy's doing well, but Fred Lynn, 13 homers and 37 runs batted in. And followed by Dwight Evans with 8 homers and Butch Hobson with 7. RBI leader is Rice with 46, Lynn with 37, and then Yastrzemski with 26. Walks, Rice, yeah, okay. 24, actually Evans with 27, Yastrzemski with 26, and then Rice. Strikeouts, Rice leading the team 51, no surprise there. Evans, sorry, 42 strikeouts. Really that exciting here. Burleson's hit to 8 double plays and Yastrzemski's 7. Not many stolen bases here. Let's see. They've only got... Wow, Fred Lynn is the only one who's even attempted... Jerry Remy, sorry. Yeah, Remy. 1 stolen base in 3 attempts, so he's the only one that's tried to steal. Well, he's gotten a jump anyway. Errors, no surprise here. Butch Hobson leads the team with 12. And Rick Burleson with 7. Everybody else has only got 2 at the most, which is very good. Pitching-wise, let's check that out. Eckersley, 1.98 ERA, 8-2. Just pitched recently a shutout to get that ERA under 2. And Mike Torres, 2.81 ERA, 8-0. So between them, they're 16-2. So good 1-2 punch there with Eckersley and Torres. We'll see how that continues. I imagine that's not going to stay there. Let's see here. Reggie Cleveland is on pitch 1 game. I think he's off the team actually now. He's getting traded. Campbell, 2.20 ERA, and Drago, both excellent here. Excellent relief, even though Drago at times has been kind of scary with his 6-7 walks there. Stanley, 288, excellent. Not bad actually either, although he's been pretty scary. He's let up more hits, 46 hits and 40 innings pitched, so he's made things very interesting. Sometimes too interesting. I think he's already got 9 saves. He only had 10 on the actual season, so I think Drago might have had 7 saves, so we'll probably use Drago a little bit more for save situations. Stanley did a lot of long relief, but when the starter got knocked out early, thus long relief, of course. Bergmeier's been okay. Bill Lee's been underperforming. He was 10-10 on the actual season. But again, these are pretty normal there. More hits than innings pitched, and more walks and strikeouts. He did walk more than he struck out, surprisingly. Not a lot of either, although that's pretty high, 23. Jim Wright, not too bad, I guess, for a 5th starter there. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4th starter, actually. No, 5th. Tiant missed a little bit of the early part of the season, but I think he'll pitch a little bit more. Ripley's been scary. He's been horrible, actually. Surprisingly, he has a 3-3 record with a 9 ERA, so that in and of itself is amazing. Normally, you would expect like 0-6. Maybe 1-5, but 3-3 is pretty darn good for a 9 ERA. And he's allowed 9 homers though in 8 starts. So pretty horrible there. Eckersley has allowed his share of home runs. I think most of these have been sold though. 8 home runs. And Torres has only allowed 4 home runs. So Eckersley 91 innings, Torres with 80. Both with far less hits than innings pitched. Eckersley's only 15 walks and 91, and Torres has walked quite a few though. 28 walks. It's a little higher than we'd like to see. These guys, I don't even know who these guys are. Maybe they'll come around later in the replay. Never even heard of these guys. The Rose I might have heard of, but Sproul I haven't heard of. So that's it. So overall team batting average 285. So let's look at the secondary ones real quick. And there's Bob Bailey. So let's look at Bob Bailey's stats, primary. Bob Bailey hitting 143. Horrible as usual. Fred Kendall 200. Yeah, Bo Hammer 58. Not too bad overall. 285. That's a good team average there, though. And team home runs 62 so far in 2 months. So about a home run a game, averaging. Actually, 50 games we played, so a little more than a homer a game. Lefty righty splits. Look at those as you want. And Bob Bailey. Actually against right in. Wow, Bob Bailey's hitting 500. He's only had 2 at bats though. 121 against the lefties. He has walked his share of times. Those are your lefty righty splits. Duffy 417 against the lefties. And Evans 377. Remy's been horrible against. Well, not good against the lefties. Actually, Rice not good against lefties. See, that's really surprising. 213. You'd expect higher than that. Stremski Holding is actually doing excellent against lefties, considering he is a lefty. Against righties, Duffy overall does very good in this limited play. Fred Kendall actually not bad against the lefties. So it's only 13. I mean, righties only 13 at bats. Jerry Remy 336 against righties. Kind of expect that. And Rice 372 against lefties. Righties. That's a little higher than I thought it would be. 14 of his 17 home runs have come against righties. Fred Lynn, I don't think Fred Lynn was not good against lefties. Didn't expect that. 331 against righties, which is a lefty, so that's kind of expected. Opponent's average. Left-handed batters. Drago horrible against the lefties. Bill Lee, surprisingly not good against lefties either, considering he's a lefty. Ripley, horrible on both sides, but especially against lefties. 438. So opponent against left-handing batters in general, haven't done well. 298. Torres has been pretty good though, and Eckersley. They've both been good against lefties overall. Again, low numbers overall, except for Jim Wright against righties. So 251 overall, though, not bad. Again, I'm not going to really stop on these, so if you'd like to stop, you can pause it. Again, these are through June 1st of 78. Fielding stats. Option. Traditional. And if you guys would like to see any other teams through 2 months, let me know, and I'll try to highlight them in my next video a little bit. Field imports by position. Oops. Those. Detail. Excellent overall though. Especially 2 and 3 hitters. And 4 not bad. He was 86.5. Actually through the first 6 really good. Against each team. 322 against Minnesota, 310 against Texas. Definitely a lot of stats in Strat-o-matic, which I really like. All kinds of breakdowns here. Fine scores, not Can't really go over that, but the line scores there. You can just see that. If you like to stop, go ahead. Usage display. Remy's a little bit overused, along with Yastrzemski, so they'll probably rest a little bit more. Bailey overused, which is not a problem resting him. Montgomery too. Fred Kendall very overused. We gotta watch out on that. That won't be a problem though. How many starts does Ripley have left? Oh man, oh good, he's only got 3 starts left. Excellent. So he's above his innings pitched too though. No problem, we'll pull him early. He'll probably pull himself by being horrible. Billy Log. Again, we've been in first place ever since April 16th. So pretty awesome there. Harrison. So these are actual to replay stats. See if I see anything exciting here. Burleson 40 points above his. The Real's kind of where you expect them. The actual. Again, very accurate here, except George Scott. Had replay. He's not actually, I don't think he's on the roster right now. Evans better in the replay. Hobson a bit better. Bowenheimer a bit better. Duffy a lot better. I'm sure that'll tail off. Bailey even worse. Montgomery better, but again, it's limited at bats. 282 as compared to 274, so pretty close. Eckersley a bit run better. So the bullpen overall is performing better than they actually did in the regular season. Bill Lee a little bit worse. Tion a lot worse. He hasn't had that many starts though. Torres about to run better also, so I expect these numbers to drop off. Wright a little bit worse than actual. Ripley a lot worse. These guys have not pitched yet, boy. Can't wait for those guys to come on. Alright, so these are all the reports there. Okay, let's grab our other chart there and look at the league stats. Team breakdowns here real quick. So we have to get going pretty soon, so. League leaders. There you go. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Burleson at bats. Rice with hits, 67. Fisk with doubles with 17. Triples, Remy with 4. Rice, I'm sure he's not too far behind him. Home runs, he's tied with Gorman Thomas for the lead. Leads and runs batted in. Where is he in batting average? Rice is 7th in batting average. Strikeouts, he leads the league. Stolen base, not even close. Hitting streaks, we've had a couple current streaks. Wolf with 13 and Childs with 11. Rice had a 14-game hitting streak at one point, and Fisk 13. Carbo's got a 231 pinch hit average, not great there. Slugging, he's 3rd in the league. Total average, he's 3rd in the league. Total bases, he's number 1. He would lead the league, but I think he had the most like total bases since like Babe Ruth or something like that in this season, like 400 and something, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but I know there's something about his total bases with the highest in like a long time. Versus lefties, Yastrzemski's up there. Home run versus lefties. Home runs versus righties. Rice leads the league in that. Look here. Error percentage there. Hobson, 2nd in the league with errors at 12, behind Gross at 15. Let's check our pitching totals. Winning percentage, Torres 1,000. Wins, Switchoff with 10. Eckersley is 8 and Torres at 8. Innings pitched, Eckersley 91. Sorensen leads the league in that. Eckersley 6 complete games. Again, if you like to stop on these, I'm not going to really stop here. Alright, so it's there. First grand total. Look at the teams here. Red Sox 285 average, will lead the league. Milwaukee's 282. Seattle's down below. Toronto, expect. Oh, Oakland, yeah, real surprising there. Team ERA. The Red Sox 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the league. Yankees leading the league at 3.05. Oakland down, yep, down here. League average 385. They're below the league average a little bit, and well above the league average of 263. Home runs, leading the league with 62. Milwaukee's second. Home runs allowed 45. Actually, they're leading the league in home runs allowed. No, actually they're not. Detroit is 57. Toronto and Chicago 47. Definitely. One stolen base on the season. Toronto's the next closest with 9. Grand totals. Fielding grand totals. Manager profiles. Loads of stats here. Road game breakdowns. Injury report, no. Line scores, all lines for newspaper. Now we're not going to stop on these. Awards voting, let's look at that lastly. So Jim Rice MVP, Fred Lynn, pretty close, 4th in voting there. Eckersley Cy Young, 2nd. Torres 3rd. All-Stars Fisk, Burleson, Rice, Evans, Torres. One Eckersley 2nd, Yastrzemski 2nd here, Remy. There's a lot of Red Sox in these. Gold gloves. No Butchobson Gold Glove. Not any. Fred Lynn, of course, and Dwight Evans. And get runners up Fisk, Yastrzemski. Silver Sluggers, Fisk at catcher, Rice, of course, and Evans. Runners up Remy and Hobson. Fireman of the Year. Stanley 4th, and there LaRoche leads it. Manager of the Year, Don Zimmer 2nd. So alright, so those are your stats. Some record books here, longest games. 18 innings. Most runs, 1 team. Again, I'm not going to stop in these as we got to wrap this up here. Just slow it down a little bit. Alright, and there you go. So those are your stats for the first first 2 months of the season, 50 games for the Red Sox, June 1st. So we'll do another one of these at the beginning of July, July 1st. And that'll be it. So it's Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host Mr. Brody, signing off, and we will see you in the next Boston Red Sox June 2nd game, where we start the month of June in first place by 3 games over Milwaukee Brewers. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now. Say goodbye, Mr. Brody. So we'll see you in the next game. Say bye to your fans. We got to get going and go to Bible study. Bye-bye.